What you think about when you're born.
Did he fix his audio? I saw a clip of him complaining about being a veteran or some shit. I can't even get my Social Security and I'm a veteran. Well, those two things are not related. You didn't work enough. As old as Bert is, and he doesn't have 10 good quarters to qualify for Social Security. Like, what the fuck?
Never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away. Burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake it through the back of the pack. Kill it anyway. To play. Haters face the world's mistakes. Wake it through the back of the pack. Kill it anyway.
Let's go, I guess.
Hey daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Uh-oh. Welcome, everybody. I'm Will Bird. This is Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for joining us. What's up? What's happening? How's it going? Hey. New Year's Eve. Right? There we go. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. My voice is still going in and out. When I first started trying to talk, it was going out again. But it's getting better. It only hurts in the morning. It's coming back. The poison ivy, hopefully, is finally clearing up. Man, I've never been able to get poison ivy. It's usually like poison oak or sumac. It's hard to tell the difference, but like I've been in poison ivy, like rolled around in it and didn't get it. Whatever this was like some industrial grade shit, like patient zero over here. It in spots, it literally looked like when they do swab tests for like poison ivy or whatever. Like there were entire spots like this big that looked like I took a leaf and like filled in the entire area. And it was even squared up. Like it was crazy looking. So I don't know. Hopefully it goes away soon. I've been digging and scratching and running a heater over it. It's been a mess, but seems like it's calming down some. I don't know. I bet you guys can't see it on the camera. Oh yeah, you can. Never mind. I guess you can see it on camera. I was like, oh no, it's gonna be too subtle on camera. That's the poison ivy that I got going on right now, all the way up the back of my hand. This whole patch is like solid right here. That's the one I was talking about. It looks like a perfect square. Looks like I took a swab to it. Like, it's insane, huh? But it is what it is. I've got Benadryl and Benadryl cream, and then I've got that stuff they sell at Walgreens. It's like calamine, Benadryl cream, and something else mixed together. It's all right. It's just messy and chalky and gets on everything. I usually put it on at night. But hopefully it goes away soon. It's been bugging the shit out of me, especially during the show. I've got like a heater over here. I don't know if you guys know this. I've said it on the show before, so if you watch long enough, you know this. But you can take like a hair dryer, hot water, a heater, something that produces heat, and put it on like poison ivy, bug bite, whatever, something you don't want to scratch, and it feels just like you're digging it. Like it's such like a mind fuck. It literally gives you that same experience. You know how it feels good to scratch something that itches? Well, a heater or a blow dryer or something that produces heat will do the exact same thing. And god damn, does it feel good. So like last night during the show, I was like leaning over here to the side, like digging the hell out of it while we were all watching videos. I wasn't actually scratching it. I was using the heater to make it feel like it was being scratched. God, it's probably horrible for your skin. Maybe it makes super cancer. I don't know, but it feels good. Same thing with in the shower. Like if you have like a pulsing shower head and you turn up the water just a little bit too hot, like to where it would hurt a little bit, like too hot to even shower, and then just hit the spot, man, it feels just like you're clawing that shit. It feels so good. Only spreads the oil. Nope. The first thing I did was wash all the oil off with the detergent. So no. Anyways, it does feel good. People think it's an old wives' tale that like when blisters pop or your poison ivy like weeps or whatever, that's the oil and it'll contaminate other places. That's not true. Basically, the first time you take a shower, if you use soap, the oil is already gone, right? It is thick. You do need some soap. Water alone won't break it off. But everything that like weeps or pops or whatever is just it's just your body's natural defense. It's actually can't, like I've rubbed all over my kids and shit 2 days after I got it because obviously I can't give it to them. The biggest thing is like, especially if you get it in the winter, if you're wearing a coat or something like that, and then you put the shit back on, like because it's not, you change your shirt every day, your pants every day, your underwear and socks every day, but like your coat you might wear for a couple weeks before it goes to like laundry or whatever, if it doesn't get dirty. That's the biggest thing. Fabrics with the oil from poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac, any of the stinging weed family, it stays in that material. So every time you put it on, you're basically reinfecting yourself in new or existing places. But yeah, a good soap, I always use Dawn, but even like regular shower soap will break down the plant oils. Either way, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. That's the shitty stuff that's going on in my life, I guess. Let's see. I got contents. I thought this was a good juxtaposition. We've watched this lady's videos before, Happy Mom and Grandma. She's the one who always reads the emails to us. From the DNC, from Donald Trump. And she has a MAGA account and all that stuff. But this was a very good comparison here. Check this out. For people that are like, I hate when people are like, two wings of the same bird. The left is just as bad as the right. The lesser of two evils. Yeah, okay. Let's see about that. I'll get audio going too.
Everyone who says, I'm not in a cult, you're in a cult. I get emails from both the DNC and the RNC. I'm going to show you just a random one from each. So this is one from the RNC. Congratulations. After reviewing your profile, MAGA leaders determined that you deserve a spot in Republican history. After careful consideration, you've been selected for the Republican Living Legend Award. It's widely considered to be the highest honor in the entire MAGA movement. We couldn't think of a more deserving winner than you. Accept your award by making a donation. And at the bottom of each and every one of these emails, you have options to make this.
Oh, capsaicin. I saw that they had poison ivy treatments that had capsaicin, or anti-itch, I guess, that had capsaicin in them.
Recurring donation. And the selling point is, do you want Ilhan Omar removed?
So do you want Ilhan Omar removed from Congress? If your answer is yes, check this box to stop terrorist sympathizers and make a monthly recurring donation today. So obviously all of his followers would agree with this. They all say that Ilhan Omar should be removed from Congress and the United States. But to agree with them, you have to make a donation?
From Congress, if your answer is yes, check this box to stop terrorist sympathizers. And this box, no men and women sports, check this box to help us.
No men and women's sports. Check this box to help us ban men from women's sports and make a donation to the GOP on January 4th. Of automatic $100 donation.
Ban men from women's sports and make a bonus donation. And here's one from the Democrats. To all Democrats, please don't click away. We know New Year's is right around the corner, so we'll get straight to the point. We're asking for $7. Republicans have proven they won't stand up to Trump's abuse of his power, so we need to elect as many Democrats as possible who will. That work demands a strong, organized Democratic Party. But the truth is, less than
clearly these things are not the same.
Just pitch in. We're counting on all.
Like this seems like a normal political pitch. The RNC emails are like, do you want to get rid of the terrorist Ilhan Omar? Donate $100 every week from now until next January and we'll deport her. Like, what the fuck?
Know how important this moment is to step up, and we're asking you to make a donation. And this is the very bottom of that email.
Yes, they're in a cult.
Do you see a difference? Do you think maybe you're being groomed? This post is for everyone who's...
Watch it one more time. Look how crazy this is.
From both the DNC and the RNC. I'm going to show you just a random one from each. So this is one from the RNC. Congratulations. After reviewing your profile, MAGA leaders determined that you deserve a spot in Republican history. After careful consideration, you've been selected for the Republican Living Legend Award. It's widely considered to be the highest honor in the entire MAGA movement. We couldn't think of a more deserving winner than you. Accept your award by making a donation. And at the bottom of each and every one of these.
I don't know if that's true. I've heard of people getting it. But usually the people that get it when someone's burning it, they've also been like close to the branches or the vine or whatever. And they're like, oh, we were burning it and I breathed it in and got it or whatever. I don't know if that's true, but it's usually people that are super sensitive to it already. I have heard that though.
Emails. you have options to make this a recurring.
Yes, it says yes. Burning poison ivy is extremely dangerous because it releases the urushiol, the plant's oily toxin, into the smoke, causing severe widespread rashes and potentially life-threatening lung irritation. Yeah, I've burned a shit ton of it. But apparently, yeah, it is dangerous because it can get in your lungs and shit.
Donation. And the selling point is, do you want Ilhan Omar removed from Congress? If your answer is yes, check this box to stop terrorist sympathizers. And this box, no men and women's sports, check this box to help.
That's like a crazy donation pitch, and it's so fucking normal to them anymore because Trump just says the craziest shit. And people are just like, yep. Or they're like, he was clearly joking. Or, well, Mike Johnson's favorite excuse is like, well, nobody quite knows how to use social media like Donald Trump does.
Just ban men from women's sports and make a bonus donation. And here's one from the Democrats. To all Democrats, please don't click away.
And then the Democrats are like, hey, we need money. Trump's kind of ignoring the courts at times and the Constitution. We need to push back. Would you guys donate? And Donald Trump's like, they're eating your cats and dogs, and next they're going to trans your kids. This is donate $50 to keep your kids' genitalia intact. Shit's wild. I don't know. It's just insane. This next video, I heard it, and it was super depressing. So apparently they did a study, and in this study, and this was when America was less polarized. The study happened like in 2014 or something. It said that if 0% of Americans, 0% of regular everyday Americans, normal people, not politicians, 0% support the passing of a bill in Congress, it has like a 30% chance of passing. And if 100% of Americans support a bill in Congress, it has the exact same 30% chance of passing. That's insane, right? Money. That's all they listen to.
100% of Americans want a bill passed, there's a 30% chance Congress will pass it. And if 0% of Americans want a bill passed, there's still a 30% chance Congress will pass it. Public opinion has almost no impact on laws in the US. So what does? Money. Wealthy people and corporations are allowed to spend unlimited funds to influence elections.
That's insane.
And lobbyists are allowed to persuade members of Congress with money for their campaigns and favors to get certain laws passed on behalf of their clients, which are mostly big corporations. It's all completely legal, and it's left us with a corrupted democracy and laws that favor the rich. So how do we fix it? First, ban lobbyists from fundraising for campaigns, which is one of the most direct ways they attempt to buy favorable treatment. Special interest groups have spent $46 billion on state and federal lobbying since 2015. And guess what industry spent the most? Pharmaceuticals and health products. Second, overturn Citizens United, the 2010 Supreme Court decision that allows corporations and other groups to spend unlimited money on elections. It led to the emergence of super PACs, which unlike traditional PACs can raise unlimited funds from corporations, organizations, and individuals to advocate for or against political candidates. In 2024, super PACs raised $5 billion, mostly from billionaires and big corporations. This election cycle, Maine voters approved caps on individual contributions to super PACs in hopes it'll trigger the Supreme Court to revisit Citizens United. And the law is already being challenged by conservative super PAC dinner table action. Overturning Citizens United would restrict corporate political spending, reduce spending by super PACs, and ultimately give the wealthy less influence over the outcome of our elections. A 2014 study found that if 100% of Americans...
Isn't that crazy? If 100% of Americans support a bill, it has a 30% chance of passing. And if 0% of Americans, it has the exact same percent. Like, politicians don't give a fuck what you want or the people they represent. They're worried about their corporations. That's all they're ever worried about. Also, this video, I'm pretty sure this is child abuse. You let me know. Let me know what you think about this. Oh, I might have to unmute it, aren't I? I hate this guy and the way he's raising his kid. It's not the kid's fault, but it kind of makes me hate the kid a little bit.
Hey, you know the show Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Heard they went full gay. But don't worry, my son's got something for him.
You're not gay, it's a demon that's inside of you. You ain't born that way, don't let it try to lie to you. I rebuke demons up by faith, hope you find the truth. I'm exposing these demons that try to hide just a man in a way. You're not gay, more like insane. Being gay is fun and dandy till you get AIDS. I just speak the truth and I don't care about gay rights. I can tell the left is mad cause my dad raised me right. You think you a woman cause you rockin' a stiletto? Don't make me get my airsoft, I'm knocking off a pedo. All y'all gonna be burning like the rich man. You are not a woman, just a dude with some implants.
Hey, you know the show Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Heard they went
Did you hear some of those lines? Being gay is all fine until you get AIDS. Let me get my airsoft and I'm going to kill pedos.
full.
Like, what the fuck?
Don't worry, my son
Because there was a homosexual scene in Stranger Things, apparently.
got something for him.
You're not gay, it's a demon that's inside of you. You ain't born that way, don't let it try to lie to you. I rebuke demons up by faith, hope you find the truth. I'm exposing these demons that try to hide in you. Pride stands for the land of the pigs, where they like to be trans and start playing with some kids. That bathroom's for girls, so we can't let you in. Steve, you ain't fooling no one. You're just a man in a way. You're not gay, more like insane. Being gay is fun and dandy till you get AIDS. I just speak the truth and I don't care about gay rights. I can tell the left is mad cause my dad raised me right. You think you a woman cause you rockin' a stiletto? Don't make me get my airsoft, I'm knocking off a pedo. All y'all gonna be burning like the rich man. You are not a woman, just a dude with some implants.
Hey, you know
Like, that's pretty fucking insane, right? How is that not fucking child abuse? You know that kid isn't sitting around in middle school thinking this shit up. It's 1,000% the parents' beliefs. And the parent probably wrote the fucking song, right? Like, what the fuck is that? His dad tries to be a rapper, and then so does his son or whatever. Zodiac signs are demonic.
Hey, so this rapper just said that horoscopes and zodiac signs are demonic. Is he lying about this?
Okay, I am not a Gemini. I am not a Cancer. Can you be a white witch? Do you want the answer? No. And Satan really got you twisted with the yoga when I tell you it's demonic.
Oh, yeah. Also, apparently this new wave of Christians believe that doing yoga is demonic. There was a woman that did a video with her sister, and it was like, the title of the video was like, telling my uber religious sister that I enjoy yoga. And she's like, yeah, well, you know you're worshiping a false prophet when you do that, right?
All you women going loca, you burning sage, but that will make the devil flee. Making demons manifest, I'm guessing it's my specialty. You playing with the fire.
And he doesn't even get that many views. I mean, a couple hundred likes is what he's getting off this, and making his son do these videos. I don't think it's worth it. But, I mean, I guess it's not my son. All right, let's go into this. Before we go there, if you want to support the show, use this link, Just Quick Tools. It takes you to all the donation links and my social media links. PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or Dono Clip. Leave a message with the donation. We'll read it on air and shout you out. We'd appreciate it. Help us pay the bills around here. Thank you. And now we're going to, I've got the full interview of the son of the owners of the Learning Center in Minnesota that went viral for missing the N in their sign and saying there's no kids here or whatever. And he does some explaining.
Like I said,
confirm for us the $4 million figure. We've been hearing that a lot. Is that
don't know where that came from. I have no idea where that came from.
$4 million?
That's a completely false claim. We don't make that much with the amount of children we have.
How much money are you receiving money from the state, or how does the funding work here for you all?
Yeah, I don't think people understand. This is an interview with Ibrahim Ali, the son of the owners of the Quality Learning or Learning Center here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He spoke at length about everything related.
Interview will come back in a second.
Etc. Other than about 1 minute and 30 seconds, the entire video is uncut. I trimmed anything that was just filler stuff or questions that were being asked in the background as an effort to save time and to be able to fit the entire video on TikTok.
As Minnesota, as sOmALiS, as people that own this business for 8 years now, we do nothing but to uplift the community, uplift our children, uplift one another, uplift non-sOmALiS, uplift sOmALiS to make a better community for all of us. So when somebody comes in and says, hey, they're not doing it, it's just like if you would have came during operational hours and there's no one here, okay, you've got a point. He came, I think it was 11 a.m. Obviously, there's no cars in the parking lot.
They don't open up till 2. He came at 11 a.m.
If you look around, there's cars now. Yeah, because our employees are here.
There's a picture of the parking lot now with cars in it.
Children are here. Our clients are here. But don't come at 10 a.m. and get like, hey, their door's not open. Obviously, our door's not going to be open at 10 a.m. We're not open 10 a.m. The sign on the door says that. Open
the sign on the door that he blurred for some reason.
Daycare license is not easy whatsoever. I see a lot of people pointing fingers at DHS. DHS does a good job to the point that if you ask most daycare owners, Somali or not Somali, it's a really strenuous process. You have to admit paperwork. You have to submit paperwork daily. You have to do a monthly. You have to do a yearly. They have to make sure kids are coming. They have to make sure parents are busy with work or school per se. If the parents are not occupied.
Yeah, they have to be in some type of program. The parents don't get this if they're just stay-at-home parents. They have to be volunteering, going to school, or working a job.
We don't get paid. So for example, you bring your children to me. While we're open, if you're at home, we don't get paid for those children. Those children can't come to us. We can decide as a daycare, hey, like out of just to do a favor for the parent, we'll bring the parents. But those kids, we're not going to get paid for it. The day their parents stop working or stop going to school, we don't get paid for it. So it's not like, hey, just enroll yourself in daycare. It's not that easy. The parents themselves, yearly, they have to, there's a redetermination form, how much they make, where they live, the house income, the size of the house. They have to fill all those out. What kind of income they make, both parents, how much they make. If they make over a certain threshold, the government does not pay for it. So it's not like the government is paying for people that have their pockets full. It's people that can't afford it and are working and are going to school. So the government and DHS make sure that person is not able to take care of their children. That's the only time they can bring it to our daycare or any daycare. If the parent is at home, we're not getting paid.
What do you say to people who say this is like all for show, like all the cars in the parking lot, the kids being dropped off now, it's only a response to that video?
We spoke about this earlier. You guys can come tomorrow. You guys can come on Thursday. You guys can come back Monday. If there's not this many cars, so let me know. There'll be this many cars. There'll be children going in and out because that's what a daycare center is. There's employees. There's food that we have to serve.
They said they were closed last week. Originally, somebody from the state said that this place was closed down, but then they said, oh, no, it wasn't closed down. They were going to close down, but they ended up staying open, something, whatever. And then they were closed last week.
Then we have to serve them
for the holidays or whatever. 2
snacks and dinner. For 60-plus kids, that bill is not small. That bill is not small. We pay the teachers, obviously. We have to pay the teachers a good wage, standard, if not more. When they're with us for a certain time, we have to increase their pay. We have to make sure the toys are up to date. We have to make sure even the electronics they use inside the building is up to date. So it's not like the money comes and it's in our pockets. It's hardworking people that are here. It's hardworking parents. It's hardworking employees. It's hardworking owners that make all this happen. It's not.
Now, this only matters to one side. The other side's already made up their mind, right?
One or two people that make this happen.
What would you say to Nick Shirley, the YouTuber, if he was standing in front of you?
I have nothing against him himself, but I do have something against the rhetoric. If you're going to be a journalist, just have a moral compass. Like, do what you do correctly. If you catch businesses that are fraud, no one here is with that, or like we don't support that as a community. I don't support that myself. I was born and raised here. I'm not for fraud. Like the notion that, hey, a certain batch of someone.
What do they think? What do the churches think you're worshiping? I'll show that video about the sister in a second. What do they think you're worshiping while doing yoga?
All of them support it. It's like, no one.
The earth?
Any community, any mishaps that happen, the rest of the community obviously doesn't want that to happen. It's a stain on all of our names, as you guys can see. We don't want that to happen. We don't take part in that. We don't.
I'm gonna start a Jesus Did yoga group.
Like that. We don't want that in our communities. But just to say, hey, a certain company got caught, so they must all do it. And I feel like that's what he's doing. That's I'm not a fan of it.
2 to 10 p.m. may not be your typical daycare hours, so can you explain why it is that you operate during these hours?
The reason for that is we're after school hours. So most of our clients, not most of our clients, all of our clients is after school hours. So school's earliest dismissal would be 2:15 to 2:30ish, and the latest dismissal would be up to like 4:30ish, 4:40ish. So that's when our kids come to us. We don't have anyone in the morning. We deal with only parents and clients that come to us after school. So that's why ours are 2 to 10 p.m. If we try to do, just as a side note, if I try to tell you guys, if you try to open in the morning, it's not as advantageous because if the parent has 5 to 6 kids, they're not able to bring most of them because they're going to be at school. They'll bring you an infant, but you'll maybe have 8 to 10 infants. You can't really suffice a business with that.
There was a Zoom call today with the state, with politicians in the House that said that you closed last week. I'm walking up. So
I discussed that with her. We never closed. There was never a sign on our door. There was never a time where kids were told to stop coming. There was never a time we told our employees to stop coming. All that's false information. Where does this come from?
From a Zoom call today with.
No, we were not closed. We were not closed. We didn't tell anyone we were closed. We didn't email by DHS and then be sent back for you to be closed per se. That was never done.
Do you think the commissioner mistook your facility for a different place, or how exactly does the state get that information?
Probably. The Learning Center, there's probably a bunch of daycares kind of named like that.
I'd rather not speak for them, but that's completely false information. That's nothing that we, like I said, filled out. And
now MAGA's running and saying, oh, they bust kids in and they did a big dog and pony show just to make it look like they're real, so that because he busted them. I don't. It seems genuine to me, but maybe it's not.
Admitted to anybody. So where does it come from?
Can we get a tour of the center?
Not right now, only because most daycares, the issue is parents do not allow us to have their children record.
You would have to have some type of something on the record that their kid could even appear on the. You couldn't just have a news crew come in and videotape kids, even if they blur their faces.
And this is not just daycares. I know a lot of journalists like to make it a daycare issue. You can't go in schools and record children because we have forms when we're submitting our students.
Media release.
90% of the time, the parents gonna say, "Hey, I don't want my child on any sort of camera." But for our own sake,
our kids used to get forms all the time. They came home from school that said that they could use our kids' picture on the social media posts. We had to go ahead and pre-sign it or opt out of it.
Taking them to playgrounds and all that, we don't record because the parents tell you not to. So it's out of the safety of the kids. That's why we specifically ask that the camera's over here and not over there. So the kids are not recording. And once again, I'd like to conclude, the YouTuber that was making the claims, you were here earlier today. I came here at 1 o'clock. You were here. Where are you now? You claim we're closed. You claim we're a fraud. Where are you? Why are you not here right now? It's like you're trying to.
So the YouTuber was there earlier today and ran into this guy at 1 and then disappeared conveniently before they opened.
Put out a certain message about a certain group. I'm not going to make that claim. I don't want to make that claim without me knowing.
Obviously, there's fraud. It's been under investigation for a while. It really ramped up during COVID when there was more programs and they kind of loosened the regulations around the programs and the qualifying, and now they're tightening back up, and there's already investigations going on and stuff. It is not centered completely on the sOmALiS. First of all, that they're just being racist to fucking throw that in there. The ringleader that went down for most of this with 75 other people was a white woman named Amy. And you can't just show up at a daycare, demand to see children, and when they say no or don't answer the door, when it's you, some creepy old man, and 2 masked and armed security guards, say, oh, it must be fraud. If I ran a daycare, you're not fucking coming in. I'm probably not even going to open the door. To a guy with a camera crew, some creepy old man, 2 masked and armed security guards in all black. Why the fuck would they open the door? You can't just go to a place, knock on the door, and if no one answers, say, oh, there's another, we got another $5 million in fraud right here, guys. Add it to the total.
Him personally, but that's what it seems like he's doing.
It's not being a journalist. You're just being a piece of shit.
From his front. Where are you right now? He was here.
Especially a lot of the places he went to weren't even opened yet. One lady told him to come back at 2. That's when we open. Just like this center opens at 2.
He was recording us.
He never came back.
We told him, hey, just get off our property. You can record. Now he's not here.
Could you just confirm how many employees you have and how many students you're serving on an average day?
There's going to be people that manipulate this system because it's in place to help low-income parents or whatever, and you could fuck around. The problem is, another thing he pulled up is like they have all these different violations, right? They had all these different violations that supposedly the inspector came and found and fixed, and they fixed and whatever. That's a good thing. We want to see violations. If you don't see violations, you can only assume one of two things. Either the place is perfect, which doesn't seem very likely. No place is perfect. Or the inspector's probably not doing a good job because they should be finding things, something for them to fix, right? Not major things like fucking kids getting injured and lost and shit, but like small things, right? I got this door wasn't locked and it should have been. And you know, one of the plastic covers over the outlet fell off while I was there and they had to put a new one on or whatever. But you're suggesting that they got these violations, but also that an inspector is showing up multiple times a month to inspect these places, seeing 0 kids and being like, okay, well, I'm just going to write you down for your exit sign not being illuminated. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Signs get misprinted all the time. They said it was a misprint in their sign. They got a new one.
About 25 employees.
And not only do signs get misprinted all the time, most of the time people don't notice. Your brain automatically fills it in.
And children were at 92.
All their paperwork was right. Everything on their state paperwork, their license paperwork, all that shit was right. It was just a misprint on the sign.
I believe it is. Our capacity is 99, so we don't really like to touch 90 and above. We're at 92 right now. Our capacity, though, is 99. That capacity is set by the fire marshal, not. Like I said, this is not like something you can just write on a piece of paper. The fire marshal sets the standards for the building size. We didn't get to choose, hey, that night, we didn't get to choose it.
But how many would come in daily? How many kids, roughly?
50 to 80, depending on the day, depending on the weather, depending on if they play sports. There's a lot of different factors that go into it, but children are here. And like I said, I'll conclude this. You guys come here tomorrow. You guys come here Thursday. You guys can come here Monday. The kids will be here.
It doesn't matter. The story already broke, and they've already destroyed your name. You're labeled. Social media is already running away with it. The goddamn vice president said it was real journalism, and the guy deserves a Pulitzer Prize for running around with 2 security guards shoving a camera in people's faces and no one answering the door.
Federal holidays, just to be clear.
And clearly the YouTuber doesn't even understand what fucking home health care is. He was at home health care places, literally just an office to dispatch from and keep paperwork at, saying, I'm looking for health care. Where's the health care? Give me the health care. Who's the health care? Where's the health care? Like, what the fuck? That's not how home health care works.
There's a lot of rhetoric around federal holidays. Federal holidays are paid days for us. So we're closed on those days. Like New Year's Day, January 1st, we're not going to be here. Just
strange given the allegations occurring at the same time. No, it's not. That's not strange at all.
To be clear, it's not because it's fraud. It's not because it's closed.
They're unrelated. It would be strange if like all their legal paperwork was fucking misspelled or weird or spelled differently in different places. The fact that their sign was misspelled is not strange. That this kid showed up and said the sign's misspelled and no one's answering the door at 11 o'clock. Yeah, they don't open till 2. Makes plenty of sense that no one opened the door at 11 o'clock.
And parents all know alike. We're not open Christmas Day. We weren't open. It's not because of fraud. It's not because we don't celebrate. We don't celebrate Christmas based on paid holiday. We're given a certain amount of calendar days throughout the year which we can submit as paid holidays. And it's one of those paid holidays. So, like I said,
confirm for us the $4 million figure. We've been hearing that a lot. Is that
don't know where that came from. I have no idea where that came from.
$4 million.
That's a completely false claim. We don't make that much with the amount of children we have.
How much money are you receiving money from the state, or how does the funding work here for you all?
Yeah, I don't think people understand how that works at all.
The funding works. You're given a certain threshold per child. The younger the child is, the more you get paid. The older they are, the younger they get paid. The less you're paid. So depending on how many children you have is how much you get paid per family. but we don't make those standards. CCAP and the government makes those standards. We don't make those standards. We're not allowed to build a cent more. Like say for example, NFIT, you get paid a certain rate. You're not gonna get paid a cent more than that once you bill it. So if there's a certain amount we make, that's from the kids we take care of, we feed, we clothe, we pick up, we drop off. That's what we submit to the government. The government pays us for that. So it's not, none of this is stolen money. Like I said,
confirm for us the $4 million figure we've been.
I think he did a good job. I mean, to not be media trained and stuff, and like trying to speak for his parents and quell all the stuff. I mean, it's too far gone now. It's not going to help him with anybody on the right or anybody that already believes the shit, right? But he did a pretty good job for not being media trained and shit. The YouTuber Nick Shirley, that's all of his shit is like this gotcha bullshit. I wonder if he's on TikTok too. Like Tyler Oliveira, right? They already know, they don't go and investigate shit, right? They already have the entire story planned out before they go and the way they're going to frame it. And this will get a ton of attention if I could prove that there's no kids there and we won't show any kids. And of course, who would let me in to record a bunch of kids? Like what Destiny said.
Because like this guy's video was bullshit. His investigation was bad. His methodology was bad. He didn't.
The person who really blew the story up on social media and YouTube, Nick Shirley.
Yeah. Like if you really wanted to do this, and you don't want to talk to the owners, or at least not talk to the owners originally, you would set up there for a fucking week at 3 of them, right? The 3 biggest receivers of the CCAP money that you can find in the local area that are close enough to work. And you would sit there for a fucking week. And at the end of that week or 2 weeks or at least a week probably, but 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month if you could, at the end of that, then you would reach out to the owners for comment and say, hey, we've been to this building. We had this many people coming in, this many people living. It says that you're receiving this much money for this, blah, 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 whatever. Not just run up there in the same day and be like, well, Charles said that no one's ever here.
This is not true as well. There were already prosecutions, huge ones done under Merrick Garland relating to all of this. This guy didn't investigate or find.
The problem is, and the reason the administration latched onto this is I just saw today that DHS is stopping all funding to Minnesota until they get to the bottom of this. Who does that hurt? That the scammers are like, fuck it, the scam's over. It hurts the people that actually fucking need it. The people that are actually fucking using it. And that's why the administration latched onto it. Because there's no way that it'll come back in the same capacity it was before, right? They'll be able to write a shit ton of it off, call it fraud, waste, and abuse. Even though they won't investigate shit, they'll just call it fraud. And then it won't come back to anywhere near the capacity it's at now. All it does is fuck over the people that were actually playing by the rules. That are like, God damn, I need this or I'm going to lose my job. Or I have, so many credits left and I graduate and I can get a fucking job. This is the only thing that was keeping me in school. I don't have a way to pay a daycare.
Anything. And this is one of my reasons why freedom of speech is not like everybody being able to say whatever they want all the time. Like just give sunlight to bad ideas and that's the best thing for it. It's like, well, sometimes you just waste people's time. It's not like a good environment where everybody says we're shit and you spend all this time debunking it and you don't even get to talk about the actual issue. That's like an anti-free speech environment because you're not even getting to have the good speech. It's not even there. People like this, like it's good that somebody in chat linked me that New York Times article so I could read more about the actual prosecution that was going on because like this guy's video was bullshit. Like if I would come away from this probably thinking, I guess there is no fraud going on in Minnesota or it's just fake being alleged by conservatives because he didn't uncover anything. His investigation was bad. His methodology was bad. He didn't follow up on anything. He didn't research any of the places he was going to. He didn't look up any of the...
Because it wasn't an investigation. It was a fucking piece to go viral. That's sort of what it was. Manufactured outrage.
Violations. He didn't think to contact anybody that actually worked in the DHS in Minnesota. It was just slop because like this guy's video was bullshit. His investigation was, and they're using it for the race-based thing. But like I said, the ringleader of the biggest scam that was going on that went down was a white lady, right? That was faking a meal program for kids during COVID. Her name was Amy something. But that's all his pieces. That's what he does.
And there was also a big federal investigation, I think by the DOJ or by the FBI, as far as there was a concern that Sharia law may be taking place here, and they did a full, what? I'm not lying, I'm talking about the investigation that happened.
Sharia just means law.
I'm not lying.
Say law.
Investigation, they found that no Sharia law was taking place with the investigation. What do you mean am I allowed to be here? Of course I'm allowed to be here.
No, you're not. Are you Muslim?
No.
This is property for the mosque. It's not for you. Hey, you're on private property. I need you on the other side.
Okay, so I can't be on this part? I can't be on this side of the street?
You need to be on the other side of the
He went to investigate because he heard that there was Sharia law happening somewhere.
Or on the sidewalk.
And now the Muslims kick me off their mosque in Texas.
Because of private property?
This is private property, yes.
Okay, so like they can kick me off the mosque? Yeah, no, I understand. But I'm just wondering why.
Public side's right there.
All right, I got you. All right, you guys just got kicked off the mosque property, I guess. I just got moved off and they told me I had to come on this side of the sidewalk.
Very simple. Just on the other side of that yellow tape. Just on the other side and you're good, okay? You can do whatever you want.
All right. Okay, you guys, we already got kicked off the property of the mosque. It's kind of weird. And there was also
is it though?
Federal investigation, I think by the DOJ or by the FBI.
So Akash Patel's like, oh, we're going to send a bunch of agents to investigate the Somalis. DHS is like, we're done. And they're using this to attack the governor as if the governor individually was scamming people or knew anything about. Like, this is so low level compared to the governor's position. You think he knew that there was fraud going and he was somehow co-signing? Like, what the fuck?
How much?
Yo, what's up?
You heard a lie. It's private property like any other private property in the world.
Don't do no fucking camera.
Your church isn't a fucking country, so no.
Hey.
Fucking push it. This our block, you get the
This is your block?
Yeah, motherfucker.
On September 7th, while filming a video showing the illegal counterfeiting markets by illegal migrants in New York City on Canal Street, I attempted to ask how much they were selling a substance for on the street, and after being cussed out and my cameraman punched, we left the block and never came back. Well, it turns out this group of migrants were wanted by ICE and were targeted in a raid that erupted in the streets of New York City, and after the next day, the streets were completely clean of illegal activity, and I thought the chaos was over. However, I came back to New York City a few weeks later, and while walking through the area, the migrants noticed me, and all hell broke out.
Scammers just recognized me.
So you can't be legally vending though, right? It's not. You never see me vending? I don't sell.
You're saying you don't sell? Are you kidding me? Look at all your friends out here. They're all sellers.
Who tell you you know that? You know he's lying. He's lying.
I ain't lying. Look at all those bags and stuff. Look at all those bags. Look. You're the scammer. Why are you telling me to get that out of here? He's not your streets?
Yeah, he's from America, man. We all America.
Okay.
You from You're racist.
How am I racist?
You are racist. Why are you racist, bro?
How am I racist?
You're racist. You guys just doing illegally vending. You're not racist. What is wrong is wrong. What is right is right.
And while the scammers and I were going back and forth, a local who lives in the area came
Look,
by.
now she's telling me thank you. Thank you. God bless you, man. You don't like scammers, do you?
I live in this neighborhood. I'm sick of these guys. They make the neighborhood garbage. They sell drugs. They sell illegal merchandise. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you, man.
Thank you.
Chaos here on Canal Street. The scammers don't even respect the police.
And then all the scammers got mad at me for recording.
Just like you're recording him.
If you're gonna record me, I can record you.
So what
He was recording
me, but what he's doing is not okay. Is that what you're saying? That's what you're implying. Do you see me recording him? He's recording me.
Then don't get mad at me. Then don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad at you because you come here, you accuse us like
selling counterfeit goods. Is that a real proof? That's not real.
So what? Just like you guys can record us, he can record you guys and we're recording.
Look, you're getting mad at me recording. Look at all these cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Show your face. See how they treat the police? They don't even care about NYPD here on these streets.
Oh, okay.
I was literally walking back to where I'm going for tonight. And I had
God, he's such a bitch, dude.
walk through Canal Street and that happened. Because they saw the video where obviously 9 of their buddies got deported. How are you? See, now that he recognized me, this is a dangerous street for me to be walking on here on Canal Street. That is no longer their block. I'm gonna take it down. You heard it here first.
And as I prepare to go back to Canal Street and take back the street, I want to show you the big contrast between people that support the law
If you say so.
and other people whose empathy does not allow them to support the law, just like this lady here.
My husband showed me a clip of that kid, Nick Shirley, going around Canal Street antagonizing the men who are trying to just like, sell us some shit there. Wow. And you guys think I need to get a life? What a fucking loser.
Shut up! And as people want to turn a blind eye to this illegal activity and act like it's inhumane to have law and order on the streets, I wanted to see how these people would treat a woman if they saw her on her phone on Canal Street.
I mean, who gives a fuck? Right? Like, I understand the companies probably want, the counterfeits gun, but what is that? Like, someone walking down the street, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, buy it, don't buy it, walk on, don't, like,
So I sent out my mom onto Canal and said, act like you're on a FaceTime call and see what happens.
No camera. What am I filming? I just want to buy some presents for my daughters. I don't know which one to get. There's too much stuff here. Don't go there.
Yeah, I don't want you to get in trouble. You're gonna get in trouble.
I'm gonna get in trouble?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sent my mom out there.
Proof that it was not safe for when we
What a pussy.
with the camera. I headed there myself to confront the scammers and see what they would do if they saw me. Do you guys just buy some goods? What did you guys get today? Or just a seller right here? Oh, Louis Vuitton. There's the dealer right there. There's one of the Asian dealers. So you have the Asian dealers right here. They have all of the stuff right here. They have the whole entire catalog right here. What are you going to buy today? No yet. What's your favorite thing to buy here from Canal Street?
I haven't been here in about.
Whoa, watch that. We don't do aggression here.
Look at somebody, man.
What's that?
How you doing? What's wrong with the camera? What's wrong with the camera?
We got a camera to film whatever we want.
All right, we've made it now to Canal.
I don't think anybody buying these things thinks they're real. Like, it's not like they're selling it for the same price in like a reputable store and passing off counterfeit goods. I think everybody knows they're counterfeit goods, right?
We already got the people out with. Now we got the Asians pissed off, and then right here you have the African sellers as well. What's wrong? What's wrong?
You're not going to yell us off this block. We're residents here. We are openly filming this. No, we're filming. We're filming. This is open. This is
all right. We have now made it here to Canal Street. Sweeney, you're local here. Is this normal?
This is local public property. You are entitled to film anywhere on public property. No one has a privacy right over anything.
What do you guys think about Canal Street and the scammers and now the counterfeit selling that's at rampant levels right now?
Yeah, it's a lot more than there used to be here. So let's get them out.
What do you want?
Now we just got pushed out by one of the counterfeit sellers. Thank you, sir.
Look at that, resident, just like that, just getting pushed out by somebody. Aggressively pushed and shoved with his elbow.
Now this is the main Canal Street. We're just on the corner of Canal and Lafayette.
Look it up.
And look, they're all running right now. We ourselves, my presence has cleared this whole entire block right now. We got all these guys. I'm just walking through here, and all these guys are clearing out because of my presence of the camera. Why do you think just my presence alone with the camera is scaring these guys off right now?
If they're not breaking the law and there is no criminality, why are they backing up their goods as soon as we walk with a camera, not starting anything, not being hostile, and fleeing the entire block? I can't stand folks, especially people from out of state, saying, oh, they're just peaceful, they're not breaking the law, they're not breaking any law.
Oh, that's what he leads off with. It's all about race.
If they are not breaking the law, why does a simple camera from one person clear out 40, 60-yard Bo Jackson fucking dashes simply because you're coming out here and filming the street? That is very clearly, evidently criminal activity.
So these guys all packed up, and now they're going to their next location. They still got the Rolexes out with the AirPods, but literally just my presence with this camera cleared out the whole entire block right here. Now they're just facing the wall. They don't want their faces to be seen right now. Look, these guys right here too. Now they put their hands up. Don't want to be seen. And a camera's not criminal, right? We can be filming here on the streets. I don't know if I can disclose this, but you're a lawyer. You're an attorney. Can we be filming on the streets?
Public property. No one has a privacy right over any inch of this. You guys can film me. I can film you. This is a sidewalk in New York City that hardworking, tax-paying residents contribute to.
Look, we cleared this whole entire block right here.
Day by day. Overtake.
This is the continuation of Canal. We're just one block into it from Lafayette. Now we're at almost Canal and Broadway. But look at this. All of this stuff right here.
There used to be one stretch that lasted like a single block, and it was peaceful, mostly Asian Americans selling goods. They kept out of folks' way. They were happy. They were nice to people walking by, women with their strollers. Nowadays, I had someone send me a message that she was walking with her 9-year-old son, and they offered him drugs right in her presence. 2 days ago, I'm walking with 2 girls. Someone said they slashed my face simply for holding a camera. So there's another thing, too, is like someone had mentioned ICE. I've been living here for years. Other people have been living here for decades. Ask them. ICE came here for one day, for one single day, 24 hours. This place looked like Pleasantville. Women could walk peacefully with their dogs, with their children, having a coffee. ICE left. Zorn was elected. Block by block has now spread, and it is taking over entire zip codes. If ICE comes, they're gone.
What's worrying is the plain fact that this is no law and order taking place here on Canal Street.
There's a difference between hustling, right, and trying to make a money, and then breaking the law.
You guys know, it's kind of interesting. You guys know why there's so many scaffolds around the buildings in New York City? So back in the 70s, there was someone that died from a falling piece of masonry, like a brick fell off the facade of a building and killed somebody on the street. So this law went into effect, like a knee-jerk reaction. This law went into effect that they had to have all these facade inspections over any building over 6 stories, had to have these facade inspections like ever so often to make sure that, and that's extremely time-consuming and expensive, right? To have somebody go up there and check every fucking brick. So they put up the scaffolding to do these inspections. Well, it costs so much to bring the scaffolding in to do the inspections and to tear it back down that a lot of times they just buy it and leave it up. And not only does that give them the opportunity to do the inspection, but it works as basically like a covering, so they don't have to do the inspections, right? Because now if something falls off the roof, it's just going to land. You got somewhere to walk where you're not going to be hit by a brick or a piece of the facade or mortar or whatever. So either you put up the scaffolding and take it down every so often to do all the fucking inspections, or you put the scaffolding up permanently, you buy it, rent it, put it up permanently. You don't have to do the inspections and people are protected, and now you save money that way. It's crazy, but it's just a way to get around the law that's in place there.
Okay, pimps, things of that nature are law-breaking and are also hustles.
Entire block, we were around on the other block, and now this is another block completely filled with these stuff. Look, you can get Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Gucci, everything. And they're all obviously all counterfeit goods. And as soon as they see the camera, they're all ducking their face. Look, all these cameras have their faces down right now, or they're facing the other way. And now they're putting all this stuff away. And this open air market of fake counterfeit goods goes on for blocks. We've been from Lafayette to Canal, now we're on Broadway and Canal, now we're going over to the other side. And look, it goes not even down all the way more down Broadway. You have more blocks. This is the biggest counterfeit open air market, scam market, whatever you want to call it, opener in America. And look, now these guys are filming us. What they're going to do is they're going to film us, put us in their WhatsApp group chat. You guys saw as soon as I pulled up on the block, they freaked out because they obviously knew who I am because my video potentially led to some deportation. So the Canal Street vendors are on both sides of the street, from that side to that side, and then all the way down there as well. They're everywhere here. And look, they just litter the streets. They saw the cameras, so they moved off this block, and it just keeps going down and down. A lot of people are just going to start leaving New York City if law and order is not upheld.
They're paying up in taxes.
What do you think about the counterfeit selling or take place on?
People are trying to make a living.
So you don't care that just law and order is not being upheld?
What is law and order?
The laws of the land being upheld here in the United States.
So what kind of laws?
Every single law.
So the law.
I mean, have you ever been to a flea market? Like, flea market is like the rural it's like scam. Like, they have all kinds of shit like printed on t-shirts. Like, you go there and buy a Walmart and a Jeep t-shirt and this t-shirt and that they're not paying any of those fucking royalties.
Like, kidnap people for making a living?
If they came to the country illegally.
Who gives a fuck if they're making, like, they're making ends meet? No one's being fooled and thinking they're buying a real designer bag.
ICE finds out that they're illegal, they have the right to deport them. It's not a human right to be here in the United States, it's a privilege.
Interesting. So how do you feel about your privilege being born into this?
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
How about your ancestors who came here and stole land from indigenous people? How do you feel about that?
There's actually a conquered war, and then they bought it.
ICE is kidnapping people?
Kidnapping, define kidnapping.
They're taking them off their street. They haven't done anything wrong. They came here to make a living because their countries are unlivable because of the U.S. imperialism that is happening in their country, stealing their resources, their land, their gas, their way of living. What do you think you're doing here?
You said they're kidnapping folks. If they're here illegally.
Are they here illegally now? You don't even know that.
These guys cross the border.
Who cares?
They don't even know that. When they snatch people up, they've got a girl now that they've had arrested for like months that has a fucking U.S. birth certificate. She's born in a U.S. hospital in Virginia, I believe. And they're just, they don't give a fuck. She refused to accept all of her paperwork and witnesses and testimony and all that shit.
Illegally.
You guys cross the border all the time traveling.
With a visa, legally.
Legally is not a quotation that we throw around and put on Hallmark cards. Yes.
Somebody gets to define the law, and it's never the people who get affected by that law.
Now this is the main Canal Street. We're just on the corner of Canal and Lafayette.
Look it up.
And look, they're all running right now. We are chaos here on Canal Street. The scammers don't even respect the police. Outside of the town of St. Cloud, this is one of the many Islamic centers here. This is a mosque here, but something that's super interesting about this mosque.
So this is where it started, is Minnesota Somali takeover. They're less than 1% of the population. What the fuck are they taking over?
Right here, it actually used to be a Lutheran church. You can see right here on the backdrop of this wall right here, this used to be a Lutheran church. So that just shows how much of the population has shifted from Christian to Muslim as far as the people in the population here inside this town, as this used to be a Lutheran church. Now it's an Islamic mosque. So right here is the St. Cloud University, and we were just at that mosque right there. And then if you go another block over, there's another mosque. And then what's interesting is right next to this mosque right here, there's a Presbyterian church. So you have two churches right next to each other, one worshiping Allah and the other worshiping God. English? Speak English? No. Anybody speak English? How are you?
Good.
Good.
So you just don't want them having a church.
Inside of Minnesota, or inside of St. Cloud.
We have talked to. It's coming.
And are you from Somalia?
Yes.
And what year did you come here?
Come here in 1990.
What's attracting a lot of people to convert to Islam?
I don't really have much knowledge on that, but basically human life crosses and all that, like what's going on around the world and stuff. I think something like that.
And do people here in Minnesota, are they very receptive to Islam here?
It depends, I guess. I don't know.
Real hard-hitting journalism here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Merry Christmas. Today I'm here inside the White House.
There he is.
What the White House looks like during Christmas time. All right, here we go. Walk in.
God, he's
Today
such a
we're
fucking
here
douche,
place
dude.
Where a raid took place here in New York City. Right now we have some protesters that have showed up. They got the right-wing troll badge. They're singing "This Little Light of Mine Is Gonna Shine."
Let it shine, let it shine. This little light
Keep it singing, man. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Jeez, if this was Sunday, I'd say that to him.
Little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
We're getting our Sunday hymns in here today. The protesters have now broken out in "This Little Light of Mine Gonna Shine," whatever that song is. What's this?
You notice he doesn't show his security guards very
light of
often.
yours you're gonna let shine?
But they're there.
Wow, this is unbelievable out here. Outside of this place where apparently I think ICE has some vehicles, and now the protesters have shown up here. All right, today we're here outside
Now here in the United States, you're seeing kind of this rise of communism.
Yeah.
Here in New York City, they just elected a Democrat socialist. What's it like being a Muslim here in the United States?
I'm not speaking.
Hey, this is my video. I'm here with family. Hey, sir, stop it. Hey. Bro. No. Stop it. Stop it. Hey, stop it. Bro, stop. Hey, you get out of my photo. Hey, back off. Stop. You're in my photo. I was explaining.
I wish somebody'd knock him the fuck out, to be honest with you.
You get out of my video. You leave my video. Hey. Let's stop this. No. Let's stop. You stop it. Stay away from her. Hey.
Got his mom with him, running interference.
Wait, stay away from her. Look, now he's going after my mom. This is my theory on all of these illegal migrant scammers. They're all
his mom goes with him to film all this stuff. It's so weird.
For one big group here, because why would you have literally nearly 100 of the same exact shops, not even shops, they're on blankets that they can take away and run away. And if you notice, a lot of them are on their phone taking photos, sending it to their...
Who cares? Like, who are you taking up for here? Like, the people know they're counterfeit. The sellers know they're counterfeit. They're charging extremely cheap. Are you taking up for Louis Vuitton? Is that what you're doing? I'm here to represent Gucci.
Let's have group chats to try and tell people, don't talk to this guy because he is a bad person. These scammers, they do get extremely hostile. Imagine you're just a mom coming through here trying to get some family memories, get a vlog with the family, and you pull out a camera, you're going to get attacked by some scammers here in Paris, France. Hey, this is my video. I'm here with family. Hey, sir, stop.
Clearly they were videotaping them. It wasn't them getting family pictures or whatever. That happens all the fucking time. And we don't hear about mass attacks on people taking pictures in front of the Eiffel Tower. Like, they knew you were filming them, obviously.
Hey, bro, no.
This is what Trump is trying to stop. Go get them. I don't know. It sucks that this is the way to go viral, dude. Not doing a good job, not doing in-depth investigative reporting, not getting to the bottom of something in months of research. It's just making the rage bait and getting the right-wing sphere to retweet it and yell at brown people. It's weird they're covering fucking homeless people selling fake Louis Vuitton bags, but they're not covering this. Seems like somebody would cover this, right?
Yeah, guys, at some point, Congress has to wake the fuck up and start articles of impeachment because this is just getting ridiculous. We're going to play a game called Follow the Money, and we're going to start back in January. January 2025, when Boeing announces that they are going to give $1 million to Trump's inaugural fund. Around April, we start having the tariff battle and we start having the trade wars, and Trump begins to start using companies that he shows favoritism to as part of these deals, and one of them is Boeing. And as a result of Boeing being awarded a certain number of government contracts, they get upgraded and they are up 64% from an April low, and they are upgraded as a buy because they are part of Trump's game piece. And in July, this continues because Boeing is continually given more contracts.
So Trump has his favorable companies that donate and do things and give him money and help build this and help do that. And they apparently get extremely favorable contracts and favorable terms with the tariffs
from other countries as part of these trade wars. We're going to fast forward to today when Trump met with Netanyahu, and here is the result of that meeting. Just a couple hours ago, the Pentagon announces an $8.6 billion Boeing contract for F-15 jets to be sold to Israel. Now, before you jump on this train of saying this is just him being a fantastic business person and he is now creating more jobs and more opportunities and more investment in the United States of America with Boeing as an American company, you need to hold on for a second. And here is why. Because in August of this...
According to the documents, Trump bought between $1 million and $5 million worth of Boeing bonds on August 28th. On September 19th, he bought more Boeing bonds between $500,000 and $1 million in total. So how is he buying bonds in a company, then giving them all the favorable contracts?
Year, Trump bought between $1 to $5 million worth of Boeing bonds. And then in September, he bought more bonds. The president of the United States is investing in companies and then is securing deals for them that is surely going to make their stock price go even higher, because right now they are projected to hit a 275 mark. We have never seen this level of a president abusing his power for his own financial gain. I don't know, you guys. The last time that I checked, I don't recall middle-class Americans having $5 million in bonds and then being able to secure an $8.6 billion deal that is surely going to jack up their valuation. Wake the fuck up, America. Yeah, guys, at some point, Congress has to wake the fuck up and start articles of impeachment because this is just getting ridiculous. We're
How fucking crazy.
Follow the money, and we're going to start back in January. January 2025, when Boeing announces that they are going to give
everything he does is so him and the people around him make money.
$1 million to Trump's inaugural fund. Around April, we start having the tariff battle and we start having the trade wars. And Trump begins to start using companies that he shows favoritism to as part of these deals. And one of them is Boeing. And as a result of Boeing being awarded a certain number of government contracts, they get upgraded and they are up 64% from an April low. And they are upgraded as a buy because they are part of Trump's game piece. And in July, this continues because Boeing is continually given more contracts from other countries as part of these trade wars. We're going to fast forward to today when Trump met with Netanyahu, and here is the result of that meeting. Just a couple hours ago, the Pentagon announces an $8.6 billion Boeing contract for F-15 jets to be sold to Israel. Now, before you jump on this train of saying this is just him being a fantastic business person and he is now creating more jobs and more opportunities and more investment in the United States of America with Boeing as an American company, you need to hold on for a second. And here is why. Because in August of this year, Trump bought between $1 to $5 million worth of Boeing bonds. And then in September, he bought more bonds. The president of the United States is investing in companies and then is securing deals for them that is surely going to make their stock price.
It's a conflict of interest.
Right now,
it's got to be.
They are projected to hit a 275 mark. We have never seen this level of a president abusing his power for his own financial gain. I don't know, you guys. The last time that I checked, I don't recall middle-class Americans having $5 million in bonds and then being able to secure an $8.6 billion deal that is surely going to jack up their valuation. Wake the fuck up, America. Yeah, guys, at some point, Congress has to...
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. You can't have control over all this monetary and trade policy and also be investing in your companies that you favorite and do favors for and then secure them deals to bump up their stocks. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
But I just want to correct something. She says that the Republicans have always had a plan to deal with health care and to lower costs for people. But the truth is they've always said they have a plan, but they've never had a plan. Let me just go through a list of things here. In February of 2016, then presidential candidate Donald Trump said, we're going to replace Obamacare with something so much better. Nothing followed. On February 27th of 2017, the president said...
And somehow they think that makes it better. Like Mike Johnson will come out and be like, well, the president's open about this. And then somehow relate it to Biden. Just because he's open about it doesn't mean shit. It's still wrong.
We have a really terrific, I believe, healthcare plan coming out. Never did. May 10th, 2018, Donald Trump said, but wait till you see the plans that we have coming out literally over the next 4 weeks.
It blows my mind how you have an entire conversation by yourself and somehow respond to yourself. It's just crazy.
We have a great healthcare plan coming out. Nothing happened. At a press gaggle near Air Force One in May of 2019, he said, we're coming up with a great healthcare plan. We're going to have a fantastic healthcare plan that's coming out in the next 4 weeks.
For years, he's been saying the same shit. There is no plan.
President said we're going to produce a phenomenal health care plan, and we already have the concept of a plan, and it will be so much better health care. Yeah, well, we'll be announcing it in about 2 months, maybe less. Nothing happened. Fox News interview, the president said we're signing in a health care plan within 2 weeks, a full and complete health care plan. Nothing happened. July 2020,
hold on.
The president.
Jen and Jason bought 5 6-packs. Thank you very much. Happy motherfucking New Year to legendary Will Bird. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That was good.
Said, well, we're going to be doing a health care plan. We're going to be doing a very inclusive health care plan. I'll be signing it sometime very soon. It might be Sunday, but very, very soon. Nothing happened. August 3rd, 2020, the president says we're going to be introducing a tremendous health care plan sometime hopefully prior to the end of the month. It's just about completed. Nothing. September 15th, 2020, the president says you're going to have a new health care. We have a whole bunch of alternatives to Obamacare that are 50% less expensive and are actually better. Nothing. Never happened. September.
You know they're trying to force the Supreme Court to rule on Citizens United again, right? Maine is intentionally put a limit on how much people could donate to how much corporations and people could donate to super PACs, knowing that that's going to be challenged in the Supreme Court to make them rule on it again.
10th, 2024, ABC News presidential debate. He says, I have concepts of a plan. You'll be hearing about it in the not too distant future. Nothing happened. December 8th, 2024, he said, we have concepts of a plan that will be much better. You'll see it very soon. Produced nothing. In May of 2025, at a White House event, he says, so we're going to be maybe coming up with something. I think this gives the Republicans a chance to actually do a health care that's much better than Obamacare. Nothing. People are sick and tired of the empty rhetoric.
It's always nothing.
Of you saying you have a plan and you never produce one. But I just want to correct something. She says that the Republicans have always had a plan to deal with health care and to lower costs.
It's always fucking nothing, man. They can't produce anything because it doesn't exist. I got a couple skits.
And here are the files, sir.
Oh my God.
Relax, they're totally redacted.
Not enough, give them here.
What are you doing?
I heard some people could read between the lines.
Moron, and what's this? I heard you're starting the Hunger Games?
Patriot Games.
Totally different.
We nominate 2 children from different districts.
I think you mean states.
And as tribute, they compete against each other on TV.
To the death?
I haven't decided that part yet.
My day's ruined.
I'm proud Trump has stopped all refugee resettlement.
All?
Other than white Afrikaners. What is it good for?
Oh, the man who won't release the second boat strike videos.
I'll release a video right now.
If you're watching this video and you want to cut down or stop drinking alcohol completely, then you come to the right place.
I think that was the wrong video.
I'm over here. That's my entry sound? Take it or leave it, man. Fine. Your deputy director has gone back to podcasting and you embarrassed the entire bureau with how long it took to find the brown shooter. I told them he went the way I was looking. And what way is that?
Everyone should drink breast milk.
There's nothing right with you.
No more funding for the American Academy of Pediatrics.
You're taking money from sick children because they criticized you.
Fuck them kids. Fentanyl is a weapon of mass destruction.
So we'll invade China where it's coming from?
No, but we'll invade Venezuela to get our oil back.
How much of what you say is totally random?
I invented the word caravan.
And here are the files, sir.
Oh my God.
Relax, they're totally redacted.
Not enough, give them here.
What are you doing?
And then there's that. He also did a crossover skit. Hold on. This one. It's pretty good.
I'm pregnant.
I'm repulsed.
I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that my baby is safe.
Like following doctor's guidelines?
Yeah, of course.
Are you taking Tylenol?
Only if she wants her baby to have autism.
My baby will not be redacted.
And should you be getting Botox?
I'm all natural.
Natural asshole.
Plus, it's my body. It's my decision.
Just curious, who's the father?
An appropriately aged white man.
I guess it could be mine. I am not the father.
And hopefully neither am I.
We'll know if the baby's orange.
And I hate how people keep talking about the Epstein hoax.
They keep getting worse for you, sir.
How?
It says you had a baby with a and disposed of it in Lake Michigan.
I guess I know where I'm taking Caroline in a few months.
Pambo said you had to deliver the full Epstein files in February. I gave her all the ones I saw. Your fucked up eye can't be an excuse for everything.
This needs a distraction. What is it good for? I bombed ISIS in Nigeria.
The people there said you hit the wrong place.
That is highly possible.
And now billboards are going up encouraging the military to only follow lawful orders?
They already obey awful orders.
Lawful. Oh, it's Mr. It Can Always Be Worse.
Lock immigrants up by the thousands in warehouses.
Germany had a name for those in World War II.
And fire everyone at 60 minutes. Clean house.
You're just awful.
I can't take this anymore.
Finally, you're losing faith in Trump?
It's not that.
It's not?
I'm trying to listen to Nicki Minaj. I hate this.
I'm pregnant. I'm do everything in my power to
That was pretty good.
my baby is safe.
Like,
I don't know what this is. It says MS-13 member. What is this?
This Salvadoran man, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, had been deported by mistake. Normally, people deported in error are returned, but instead, Ruvani says that in a phone call from a superior, he was...
Oh, this is the DOJ whistleblower that came out. Erez Ruvani. Listen to this.
To people deported in error are returned, but instead, Ruvani says that in a phone call from a superior, he was ordered to argue against Abrego Garcia's return by telling a judge that Abrego Garcia was an MS-13 gang member and a terrorist.
And I respond up the chain of command. No way. That is not correct. That is not factually correct. It is not legally correct. That is a lie. And I cannot sign my name to that brief.
You're not saying Abrego Garcia is a choir boy. You're just saying that no one had managed to prove that he was a terrorist.
Here's the really important thing here. Whether Mr. Abrego Garcia is or isn't a member of MS-13 or a terrorist or anything else is beside the point. What matters here is that they did everything they did to him in violation of his due process rights. What's to stop them if they decide they don't like you anymore? To say you're a criminal, you're a member of MS-13, you're a terrorist. What's to stop them from sending in some DOJ attorney at the direction of DOJ leadership to delay, to filibuster, and if necessary, to lie? And now that's you gone and your liberty's changed.
After refusing to sign the brief that called Abrego Garcia a terrorist, Ruvani was fired. This Salvadoran man, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, had been deported by mistake.
DOJ whistleblower coming out saying they told me to lie to the judge. Not like anything will fucking happen, of course, but there you go. I haven't showed this yet, have I? Christmas carolers in my neighborhood.
Yes. Hello, sir. He lived for Jesus, unafraid to die. We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are.
Look how big this white lady in the background's smiling.
Fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name.
Oh, she loves it.
We are Charlie Kirk, his courage our own. Together unbroken, we'll make heaven known. A husband, a father, his family held near. A home built on scripture, on faith without fear. The world tries to silence, but his voice remains. In us it echoes, in Christ it sustains.
We carry the flame.
Good job. You're better, bro.
They're doing Charlie Kirk Christmas caroling.
Spirits, boys. No time to be upset.
Charlie Kirk, we are the flame, baby.
Spirits, boys. No time to be upset. 3, 2, 1. He spoke the truth when the cost was high. He lived for Jesus, unafraid to die. We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage our own. Together unbroken.
Come on, get the fuck on. Go, bye. Get up.
I'm sorry.
It's cool, bye. Bye.
Damn, Bad Barbie came out to run them off.
All right.
Can I help you?
3, 2, 1.
You're insane, you're in pain, I can tell by what you're saying, but my bad, I forgot you were fragile.
Sorry.
I forgot someone who doesn't even know he told you I'm an a-hole. I forgot that I'm the villain. I forgot that I always spread positivity, but you think I didn't. I forgot that hatred stems from people who hate their own existence. I forgot I'm better off alone.
I'm Mr. Celine. Do you think I could? The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides. Maybe.
Oh.
Hello. Made so much money off of dummies, I'm Mr. Body Catcher, Starter Gang Soul Snatcher. Ain't no regular F-150, this a rapper. No pepper, street gang, not a rapper. Chopper hit him and he turned into a booty clapper. Smith and Wesson, I'm 4L gang reppin'. We the baptized, then the damn reverend. Kappa Alpha, we a gang, we do all the steppin'. Who you checkin'? This FSU.
I like it.
Our favorite song. Ready? 3, 2, 1. He lived for Jesus, unafraid to die. We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage our own. Together unbroken, we'll make heaven known. Sorry, that was a little bit emotional for me.
Really? Okay.
Our favorite song. All right. Ready? 3.
Yo, Drake, have my Mary.
Have we seen this one yet? No.
3, 2, 1.
He lived for Jesus, unafraid to die. We are
Someone in the comments says, do you guys accept cancellations?
Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage our own. Together unbroken, we'll make heaven known. With God as our captain, we march side by side. We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage our own. Together unbroken, we'll make heaven known.
That's pretty good. I appreciate that. No problem, sir. Merry Christmas. Start recording.
I think we already saw this one. This is where the dude keeps closing the door a little bit each time. Have you guys seen this meme? Jesus Christ. TP USA halftime show, exactly.
Solar Boebert is slamming Trump and suggesting he vetoed a clean water project in her district as revenge for her vote to release the Epstein files. And this veto...
No, he's mad at Colorado over Tina Peters.
...certainly has revenge written all over it. Trump just used his first veto of his term to block a major drinking water project in Colorado. Boebert, who sponsored the bill, may be right that this is retaliation for her breaking with Trump on the Epstein files. It may also be revenge against Colorado for refusing to release a MAGA convict and Trump ally who's in state prison currently for trying to tamper with voting machines after the 2020 election. The veto kills funding for the Arkansas...
This sounds horrible, but this is what we need, right? We need him to piss off Republicans. That's what we need him to do.
Conduit, a decades-long project designed to bring safe drinking water to 39 communities.
His entire second term has been a revenge tour. That's all he's been doing.
On Colorado's Eastern Plains. The bill passed unanimously in both the House and the Senate. Republicans and Democrats
passed unanimously in both.
all supported it. In a new statement, bUt says, President Trump decided to veto a completely non-controversial, bipartisan bill that passed both the House and the Senate unanimously. Why? Because nothing says America first like denying clean drinking water to 50,000 people in southeast Colorado, many of whom enthusiastically voted for him in all 3 elections. I must have missed the rally where he stood in Colorado and promised to personally derail critical water infrastructure projects. My bad. I thought the campaign was about lowering costs and cutting red tape. But hey, if this administration wants to make its legacy blocking projects that deliver water to rural Americans, that's on them. She added, quote, and I sincerely hope this veto has nothing to do with political retaliation for calling out corruption and demanding accountability. Americans deserve leadership that puts people over politics. This also comes after Trump publicly promised retaliation against Colorado for keeping his MAGA ally Tina Peters in prison. Peters was convicted on state charges for a scheme to tamper with voting systems while searching for supposed 2020 election fraud. Trump even issued a fake pardon for Peters recently, despite the fact that he cannot pardon state charges, and then he raged at state officials for not releasing her. Now he's blocking clean water projects in the state as retribution. The communities affected rely on groundwater that's high in salt and in some cases contaminated with radioactivity. Congress could override the veto. The bill passed unanimously, so it would only require a 2/3 vote, but that's only if Republican leadership allows it to come up for a vote. At this point, it's essentially up to Mike Johnson if he dare go against Donald Trump. Whether Trump is blocking clean drinking water to protect himself as it relates to Epstein or to retaliate on behalf of his January 6th allies, either explanation is crazy. I also want to give huge credit to Kyle Clark, a local reporter in Colorado who's been incredible in covering the story and revealing all this information. Spread the word and follow for more. So Lauren Boebert is slamming Trump and suggesting he vetoed a clean water project in her district as revenge for her vote to release the Epstein files. And this veto certainly has revenge written all.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What? Trump is now retweeting people about the Kennedy Center, where he added his name to the Kennedy Center, and you know that jazz musician just backed out, and now they're threatening to sue him for $1 million for canceling his show. He canceled his show as soon as they renamed it to the Trump Kennedy Center. Trump is now retweeting people suggesting that they remove Kennedy's name and just make it the Trump Center, the Donald J. Trump Center for the Performing Arts. That's what he's retruthing. People saying he deserves it. He saved it. It was in disrepair. It was collapsing. The liberals were destroying it. He's the one who saved the Kennedy Center. It's all about Trump. Trump did it. Blah blah. That's what he's retruthing right now. I wanted to see if he posted anything on this. On why he might have vetoed this. I don't see anything. All right, telling my sister I do yoga. I think this is it. My religious sister's response to me loving hot yoga. Listen to this. These people are fucking demented, dude. By the way, it looks weird, but that's because it's like a split screen they got going on here.
I would say, honestly, yoga and meditation.
Oh, no, this is going to be bad.
No,
yoga is really sketch.
No, it really helped me.
This is scaring me.
Yoga. Everybody knows what yoga is. It's just a bunch of stretching.
Oh, sorry. It's just the practice of it and like connecting my mind to my body, to the earth.
You know that that's you're worshiping something.
Well, that's not my intent.
But you still are, though. Like inherently, that's what yoga is. It's like if you went to a temple and you engage in their ritual, and then you were like, "Oh, that wasn't my intent to like engage in the ritual. I was just joining along." Like that's what yoga is. It's like literally.
So you're telling me like if I went to the Catholic Church and I just sat through a service that I'm worshiping God. At least like on the Western civilization, it's become more secular and less connected to Hinduism and Buddhism, which I know it's originated from.
Yeah, but like we're in studios where they're like, breathe in the earth and whatever.
I know
feel
that
the body.
It scares you for some weird reason
because it's demonic.
It's definitely not demonic. I would say, honestly, yoga and meditation.
People are fucking crazy, dude. They were talking about what helped with their mental health, basically. And she said hot yoga helped with hers. I don't know if she has any more clips of her and her sister's podcast. That's what I was looking for.
My recent video of my sister calling yoga demonic is getting a lot of feedback. If you guys don't know about my page, basically I started a podcast with my twin sister, Emily, who's a Catholic convert, so we could talk about controversial subjects from two different points of views. If you've never seen my sister's content, you might think that a lot of what she believes is pretty extreme. To be honest, a lot of The comments I was getting on that post were kind of extreme as well. So many people were saying, well, that was my sister, I would never talk to her again, or you can cut her off, it's okay. I don't know what it is with society and Gen Z just wanting to cut out every family member they disagree with on politics or religion, but I'm going to talk about it on the next podcast episode that I drop with my sister. And my sister and I, every podcast episode, we don't prepare, we just have these raw conversations, so everything we're talking about, we're saying it to each other for the first time. If you're interested, we have 3 episodes out, the link is in my bio. My recent video of my sister calling yoga demonic is getting a lot of feedback. If you guys don't know about my page, basically I started a podcast with my twin sister Emily, who's a Catholic convert, so we could talk about controversial subjects from 2 different points of views. If you've never seen my sister's content, you might think that a lot of what she believes is pretty extreme. To be honest, a lot of the comments I was getting on that post were kind of extreme as well. So many people were saying, well, that was my sister, I would never talk to her again, or you can cut her off.
I wouldn't talk to her. Grow up opposites. I gotta mute the music. Hold on. Is it just this picture? Oh. Her. Oh, God. Oh, God. What did that last one say? Something about the Antichrist? You have the spirit of the Antichrist. Okay, then.
Yeah, that's Nick Shirley at a Somali daycare center pointing at the door and accusing the establishment of fraud. Now, what Nick conveniently left out is what this person points out, that this is the back of a restaurant. And the fraud he's accusing the center of, which Tom members so gleefully jumped in on as well, was shut down due to violations, none of which have publicly been found to be fraud. Now, Simple Black Theory did an amazing deep dive on all of it.
My 5,000-year-old house. What is that? I'm just calling. I found your center online, and I was just wondering. I don't have a center. Okay, cool. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so normally I don't do this whole TikTok thing, but I'm getting pretty fucking pissed off. As most people have seen by now, the whole Somali daycare fraud scheme in Minnesota that Nick Shirley exposed, I looked up the top populations of Somalians in the United States, and I'm from Washington, and number 4 and 5 on that list was Kent, Washington, and Seattle, Washington. I'm unable to find a website that tells you exactly how much funding these daycares are giving you, but it is so blatantly obvious without even saying that. The website that I did find, though, is findchildcarewa.org, and it's the Washington State Department of Children, Youth, and Families. It gives an entire list of all the licensed daycares in the state, so let's look at some. So first up, we have this one. Not even going to try to pronounce it. This one actually has an address, which a lot of them on this website don't. No website to post. English, Somali. The website is also weird because it gives you an address, right? And then I go over here, and then I'm going to go to Street Maps. 1 second. So I take this, go to the map, right? And this isn't even on the right address. This doesn't match up. So I thought that was odd. And also, even if this is the correct place, what the fuck is that? So I went to Google Maps and put the exact address in that they have listed. And this is the house that it goes to. Doesn't quite look like a daycare, but it's a pretty nice house. Also, what I found odd was that the address number is blurred out, while on other houses on the street, it's not. So say I go one house over, right? Address. But from here, shoot, 1 sec. Now you can see the address. And also what pisses me off, so this is in Kent, Washington. If these are the homes that Somalis are living in, that blows my mind. I am 26 years old, and I could never afford a house like that. I have a stable job.
But you have no idea. You just Googled an address, and
I'm just
you're like, they have a house that's nicer than mine, so it must be fraud.
Why are there 2 different addresses? Why does that website lead me to a different one? And it makes no fucking sense. So now it has a phone number, so let's call it. Okay, so fuck my life. I did call. I didn't fucking click record, but as you can see here, so I did call, and it was 19 seconds. She actually answered the phone, clearly Somalian, and I asked if I could get some information about enrolling my child, and she said, no, we're full, sorry, hung up. And I went to call again because I wanted to record it, and it ringed and immediately went to voicemail, so she immediately blocked me. Fuck, I wish I freaking recorded that. I'll call a different one, and I'll post that. It's gonna be the same shit. Okay, so I went to filter this and find a language spoken for Somali, and it won't even let me click. It doesn't even have the option. So it goes from SOG to SON. Where's Somali? All right, let's call this one. Hi, I'm just calling. I found your website on findchildcarewa.org, and I was just wondering if you have any slots available for new kids. What is that? I'm just calling. I found your center online, and I was just wondering. I don't have a center. Okay, cool. Thank you. Bye. They don't even have them. They're not even fucking hiding it. What? Alrighty, let's try another one. Let's keep it going.
You ever think maybe you got the wrong number?
Hello? Yes. Hi, I'm just calling. I found your daycare on findchildcarewa.org, and I was just wondering if you're accepting any more children. No. I'm full. You're full? What'd you say? I'm full. Okay, sounds good. Okay, no problem. Thank you. You're welcome. Yep, bye. 6 slots available. Okay. Alrighty, let's try Coco's daycare. Hi, I'm just calling. I found your daycare on findchildcarewa.org, and I was just wondering if you have any available slots. You don't, sorry. You don't? Okay, sounds good. Okay, bye. Bitch. Okay, at this point, you get the point. And
she said, I don't, sorry. What the fuck?
On and on.
I just bought this tractor for $500. This tractor was running and driving 7 years ago, but the previous owner
All right, now I'm hooked. I already saw a tractor. Let's see what happens here, and then I gotta go.
Had a mechanic come to do a tune-up on it. He said that after the mechanic left, it would not crank up and has no idea what the mechanic did to make it not run. The mechanic was supposed to have changed the oil, the fuel filters, and the coolant. So the first thing I'm gonna check is the oil and make sure that it's actually got oil. It does have oil, and the oil looks old, but it's still fine. The mechanic also changed the fuel filter, and I know that these diesel tractors are very particular about having air in the fuel system, so I'm thinking that's probably the issue. This tractor did not come with a battery, so I just got a battery out of a different project, and I put it in here. Now I'm gonna see what it'll do. On this old diesel, everything is mechanical, so it doesn't need any extra power to run. So what I'm going to do is bypass the start button by cutting this wire, which is the 12-volt signal wire, to the starter. I'm going to cut it right here. That way I can touch it onto this terminal, which goes straight to the battery, and that should make it turn over. Make sure it's in neutral. It turned over, but it was turning over slow, so I put my 4,000 amp jump box on it, and I'm going to try it again.
Let's go. Ooh, it sounded like it tried to take off there for a second.
It did not start, so I'm going to take one of these lines off and check to see if it's getting any fuel up here. I'm going to take this fuel line off, going to the injection pump, and see if it's getting any fuel there.
I love videos like this.
Cut the line off, but there is very little fuel, so I think...
Yeah, I hope you get to the hospital soon. Yeah, I hope you make a speedy recovery. Thanks for joining us.
I think it might have a bad fuel filter. The fuel keeps getting up to this level and then stopping, and it needs to come up to the top to go to that line, which goes over to the injection pump. So I'm done for tonight, but tomorrow I'm going to try to find a new fuel filter, or maybe spray some air through this one and see if I can get it cleaned out. I just bought this tractor for $500. This tractor was running and driving 7 years ago, but the previous owner had a mechanic come to do a tune-up on it. He said that...
didn't get it running this time. All right, guys. It's after 1 a.m. here. I'm out. Thank you all for joining us. Please consider supporting the show. We'll try to check in with Bird or whatever soon. You can do it at this link. It's got all my donation links there. If you leave a donation, leave a message, we'll read it live on air. I suppose I'm going to be here tomorrow for like a New Year's stream if you guys want to hang out. Counting on the ball drop and stuff. Mariah hasn't said anything different. They usually stream, and a lot of times they come by and hang out for part of it or whatever. But we'll see. Either way, thank you guys for joining. It's also incredibly cold the next 2 days. They might not want to get out. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I appreciate it. And I'll see you around the next one. Have a good night. Love you. Bye.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the fork and balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the fork and balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6 cents for the stupid shit. Where my true believer? Y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like four in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped them to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine, with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. My mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a... Oh, my God. Damn it. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Round 3. Down goes Nino. Please say it isn't so. Got him backed up on the ropes, trying to.
Thank you, Jen and Jason, again for the donation. I appreciate it.
Doing so well. It's all over. Hands on his shoulders, they ringing his bell. You got Frog News Network doing no damn research. They rework and copy on cocks that came first. 9th and 2nd string, and they acting like they know hitters. Ass on slow and bullshit and runs to the shitter. All this nonsense on my conscience. It's hard to sleep at night. Who the fuck is in my window with this time of the night? These parasites, these leeches, with all their secret meetings, teaching all you fucking cretins about baby eating heathens, believing in reason with no.